places I've spoken at, teachers come up and say, you're exactly right on the testing. But they cannot exercise their talent to teach our children because of the pressure of teaching to the test. And we've gotten where it's all about testing. And our children aren't enjoying the classroom, I don't think, as much because it's all about testing. And we've got to do something about that. The Tennessee School Board Association last year approved legislation, or actually ran legislation, it wasn't approved, that would have let school districts choose whether they wanted to count the ACT scores and use that as their standardized testing, or wanted to do other approved standardized testing. And that bill failed. I'm for local control in our school systems. Every county across the state, I'm finding out where I visit, they're different. And the local school board needs to make a lot of these decisions, I believe. President Trump signed an executive order not too long ago to turn more of the controls back to the states. And I think we need to do more of that on the local level and turn it back to our school boards instead of some bureaucracy in Nashville just making all those decisions. I voted against Race to the Top back when that became Common Core, because I was the only, no, there were two Republicans that voted against it in the House. Because I said, any time the federal government gives us money, they're going to tell us how to spend it and what we have to do with it. And that was the reason I voted against it. I don't think we had any idea at the time what headache it was going to be. You know, not everybody is intended to go to college either. As we've started all this free college, using the lottery money and giving away free college, you know, we're having a lot of dropouts from those free college educations. Not everybody's meant to go to college. We need technical schools. As I've crossed Tennessee, Northeast Tennessee has a great aeronautics program now, Northeast State. They have Tri-Cities Airport there. And so they've started a program. We have a real shortage in airline pilots, people to work on drones, people to work on jet engines, sheet metal workers. And so they're filling that void. And you have students that are coming out and they can make really good money. We need to look at that across the state of Tennessee. You know, how do we need to train people so that we can recruit these good jobs to Tennessee? I also passed some legislation. I had a research analyst in judiciary one year, and he'd already gone on and graduated from law school, but he called me and he said, you need to pass some legislation on drones. And I thought, are you crazy? Nobody's talking about drones. Well, there happened to be an article in Time magazine. And so we ended up passing some legislation that if they use drones to collect evidence, that they have to have a warrant before they can use that in court. Then we did the same thing with cell phones. Some people think that the police can just stop you and then go through your cell phone. No, they don't have that right. So we made it clear in Tennessee law that they have to have a warrant to go through your cell phone. One of the things about business that I've learned as I've traveled, and something that I saw right there in my hometown, we opened a Trump headquarters last year in Mount Juliet. Well, this very nice veterinarian came and helped us a lot. She was working on opening up a 24-hour veterinary care behind the Trump headquarters. The building had been there forever. It was obviously no drainage problems, but she was required to spend $25,000 to dig a moat around her building, put a certain mixture of sand and dirt and mulch and certain plants in there. And now guess what? She has water, so she has mosquitoes. $25,000 for a small business. And then I started talking to developers. We're having to build a $500,000 pond just for 42 houses. We need to take a good look at the regulations and what we're requiring of businesses in Tennessee that would help those businesses survive. We give all this big money to all these corporations coming in, but what do we do for our small businesses? We can't even take care of something like that. And that's not an EPA regulation, by the way. That's our Department of Environment and Conservation requiring those things. Another big problem that